Alrighty, guys, welcome in to the Haunt Crew right here on YouTube and on our Facebook page. It's me, Brian, and so tonight we're going to talk haunts in the South and some haunted houses and what would be a really good haunt to go to, whether if you're in Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee. We'll talk to James here in just a few minutes. One of the other Haunt Crew members, we'll talk to him and get his take on what is going to be a really good haunt to go to this year. If you're going to pay the money, if you're going to pay the price, which would be a really good haunt? If you're holding back, let's say COVID, with COVID being around from last year, right? I Well, what is really going to be a good haunt for you to go to? So we're going to talk to James about that, and he's going to tell us because we all know everybody's on antsy, everybody's excited to, uh, to go to haunts this year, and trust me, I am too. I love it. If you put out Halloween candy, if I see a Halloween box, or I don't know, Halloween something, I am just all about Halloween. I mean, all the time, but it just really excites me. Like I'm all about it. I'm like calling my friends, I'm calling my neighbors and everybody. I'm like, hey, did you see what I saw at Dollar General? I have to post it on Facebook. It's just something stupid. I know it sounds corny or whatever, but man, dude, I'm telling you right now, when it comes to Halloween, October, and everything, it runs through my blood, and I love it so much. So that's going to be pretty cool to say the least. Uh, to experience this again. Anytime, I think every year, I think it's a really cool to experience Halloween, man. I mean, What's more exciting, right? What's more exciting to celebrate freaking Halloween, man? I don't know about you guys, but if I couldn't celebrate Halloween, I'd be going absolutely nuts. Yeah, I would be. I'd go absolutely nuts. So, anyway, we shall see what James has to say and everything else. And with that being said, let's welcome in James right now.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
What's going on, Brian?
Nothing much. I don't know if you see okay, so do you see the photo in the corner, the
Yeah,
right hand corner?
yeah,
Okay, well, you don't have a raw picture. You see what I'm talking about?
yeah. I see a photo. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
on your side, it's showing where it says the Hunt Crew. It's showing our little avatar that says the Hunt Crew. That's what
Right,
I'm
but
seeing.
right, but you don't have a picture.
Okay, I tried to set it up.
Right. Well, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I figured we could get on here and talk some haunted houses in Alabama, or at least here in the South, and maybe you would be interested in wanting to talk to the guys and everybody here on the internet to explain to them, uh, well, what is a really good hunt, and also what would be a really good hunt to go into this year, considering, let's say they might have been holding back because of COVID last year, and now they want to get out. Now they want to, you know, they feel like they got a little bit of breathing room. They don't want to get the virus, but now they're trying to open up. What would be considered a really good hunt to you here in the South?
Absolutely, absolutely, Brian. Yeah, with COVID the way that it was last year, a lot of hunts really got watered down. A lot of folks just didn't show up to them. But I think a really good hunt to catch this year is going to be Hellbilly Hollow or the Insanitarium. I'm expecting some really good things from that.
Right. Yeah, I was talking to the guys up there, Tim Miller. They're really excited down there in Vincent, Alabama, to do Hillbilly Hollow. I know they put a lot of work, a lot of hard work and dedication into that hunt, and trying to open up the. They got like two or three different attractions, so I know they're excited to see what they can get their hands into, and then also in sanitarium, Chris Screws and Justin McElroy. I'm hearing through the grapevine that they are actually moving their hunt, but they will be around this year.
Wow, That's exciting news right there, Brian. I know they were out in the I think it was the Pinson area. It was the last time I visited being sanitarium. I'm very excited to see where they're going to put it this year and how that's going to shape up.
Right, yeah. I mean, they were a really top-notch hunt. They didn't get a lot of credit where credit was due. And every year, they always change their hunt up. One of the biggest things is that, that they have to they tear it down and they put it back up and everything else. So everything's new every year. We just lost him. We don't know what happened, but he'll be okay. Hopefully, we can get him back. And sorry about the technical difficulties, but yeah, I mean, in sanitarium, let me just tell you this, guys. In sanitarium, it's going to be a big top-notch hunt in Alabama for sure. We got territorium there in East Alabama. That's up by Talladega. So we got that going on. But let's see. Give me just a second, James. See what I could do to bring you on. Here we go. I see you, man.
Yeah, I see you, brother.
Yes, sir. Okay, so you're doing the screen now, the
That's
camera.
right. Yeah, I couldn't get the avatar to load. That might be something you have to show me, or I mean, I tried it 6 different ways and it just will not upload the photo. So
Yeah,
uh,
we'll definitely get it going for sure. Yeah, but some really good haunts like we were talking about is going to be open this year. We got the Territorium down there with Jeremy Cruz in East Alabama. That's going to be down there in Talladega. We got I don't know which one do you, out of we got Atrox Factory. So we got a whole bunch of them. But if you were like seeking and trying to go to a hunt, which I'm sure we are, but if for the viewers out there that they're trying to go and they're trying to want to go to the best hunt out there, even the new one in Tuscaloosa, which one would you recommend?
well, if they got to pick just one hunt to go to, my recommendation that will not disappoint you no matter what is got to be Arx Mortis. It's got to be Arx Mortis.
Yep, up there in Killen, Alabama, man, Florence. So that's up there. You got Doomsday as well. I mean, let's don't forget about Doomsday. They just moved up there last year to their second year going on in Athens. They've been around for a couple of years. Hannah and Eric Riley, they do a fantastic job down there, and they were pretty good last year. So
Yeah,
they're Arts, but Arts Mortis with Vinny, they put on a really good hunt. Got a lot of good friends down there, so they know how to rock and roll for sure.
absolutely. That's highly recommendable for me to anyone who wants to visit Alabama and come to one of our local hunts. Arx Mortis won't let you down. Hillbilly Hollow definitely won't let you down. You actually get three, I think it's 3 hunts, isn't it, Brian? For the price of one, you actually get 3 different attractions down there at Hillbilly Hollow.
Absolutely, and I believe I don't know. Okay, you there?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I don't know if you lost me or not, but anyway, yeah. So they got three haunts, and I don't. I think it's what's it? Hillbillyhollow.com,
That's
hauntedhouse.com.
correct.
Had
That's
to.
correct.
Okay. Yeah, and tell Tim we sent you. I mean, they're really good guys down there.
Super good guys down there. It's a very, very class act. Good to take your family to, good to take your friends to, take your girlfriend to. Everyone will enjoy this hunt. It never disappoints. And like I said, once again, Arx Mortis, that is an excellent one. I would recommend Sloss Furnace, but I don't know, Brian. I don't think they're going to be up this year, are they? Have you heard any word?
No, I haven't heard too much on them. I think everybody's a little still hush hush on what they're going to do, what they're not going to do. But you would think that eventually people would come out and say, "Hey, this is what we're going to do," and putting their dates, their times, all that good stuff out for a good show for them to put a good show on for people. But no, I haven't heard anything. But I heard that though they are letting people come down to the museum. I don't know if they're on limited capacity or what down there in Birmingham, but you know, hopefully just hopefully we're just going to cross our fingers they're going to be open.
What about have you heard anything about Nightmare 3008 for this year? A couple people have
Yeah,
asked me about this hunt, and I didn't know.
yeah, they were open this past year when they did a hunt. I'm trying to remember. Actually, I think it was part of like the Bloody Valentine deal or something like that that they did. They put on. It was right after, or well, actually, it was before they had a tornado that happened down in Fultondale, and they had a lot of support. A lot of people that helped them. I think they had a couple of trees that fell onto their haunted trail because they have more than one haunted attraction out there. And, the guys, they wrapped their arms around each other and they pulled it together and they were open. So I don't expect nothing more but for them to be open. So
That's correct.
I don't see why they wouldn't. So
Yeah, yeah. Anyone who wants to visit a good hunt, that's a fairly decent little hunt right there to go to. Those guys put on a really good show out there. And I'm thinking this year, I think they may have had it last year. Didn't they have like a zombie apocalypse or an addition to that hunt as well, Brian?
believe so. And I know they had one or two haunted trails. I know they got the axe throwing out there. So that's actually pretty cool for those people that's trying to be an axe pro thrower. And to be honest with you, that stuff's really hard. It's
Mhm.
just for it's a family ordinance place down there. Nick Bryan and Lori, they do a really good job on putting a good haunt on. They got a really good haunt acting coordinator and Hammer. A lot of people knows him as Hammerman. Used to be down there at Warehouse 31. So uh, they got a really good crew. A lot of people that was at Warehouse 31 a couple of years ago followed Hammer down. That just goes to show you how how much he was liked and how much his reputation is to not only people but haunters as well. So yeah, they got a really good thing going down there in Fultondale.
What about our friends out there in Quentin, the Spook Trail guys? Have we heard any update on them? They plan on being up and going this year?
Actually, I have. I did not speak to Spooky J, but about this, but I have talked to Sean Jones, aka Spooky J, and he told me, well, he told us, according to his um, Facebook page, that he will be open this year. He already put a calendar out, so big stuff's supposed to go down there in Quinton, Alabama.
All right. Yeah, anyone wants to take a trip out there to Quentin, Alabama, that's what was the backside of Hueytown there, Brian?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's on the backside of Jefferson County, going down there. Like if you're going into Dora Jasper on the backside, it's down there at the good old Pumpkin Patch Center, if I can speak.
Pumpkin Patch Center. Anybody wants to take a trip out there, we highly recommend it. We know these guys; they come well recommended. Uh, and also something I'm looking forward to, and this is a hunt. It's a local hunt that's been here for a couple years, but I've never been to it. Brian, I don't think you've ever been to it, but I hope they're up and running this year, and that's Phobia Factory. What do you know about these
Oh,
guys?
yeah, some of those guys they came from for those back in the day, I guess you could say, for those who had a haunt in Tuscaloosa, um, Fright Factory. Some of those guys departed, and they've been itching to get into the haunt industry again, run a haunt. And a couple of those guys, they tried a little bit of thing there and there up in Tuscaloosa, doing the mulchinary with Cumulus radio stations, which owns a couple of them in Tuscaloosa. That really didn't work too well out. Not exactly what I don't really know exactly what all went down, but needless to say, they decided they were going to go down and buy them a building, and they so happened to be on the backside of Alabaster, and that's going into Columbiana for those people down there. That's Shelby County, Alabama. So, and they
Phobia.
decided they were going to have a big haunted house down there. And sadly, COVID got them in their second year.
Right.
So that was such of a bummer. But they're going on year two. They will. They're from what I'm hearing that they will be open. They're going in year two, but technically it's really year three. But of course, everybody will excuse anybody when it comes to COVID.
That's right. That's right. Well, to anybody out here, Brian, that's listening to our show or following us on Facebook, uh, we could we could gladly put them on a show, ask them some questions, try and help them a little bit, get to know them a little better. Uh, Anyone that sees us on Facebook, just hit that like button, follow us. And Brian's always posting things on there, and he's got some very good interview questions to talk to anyone that runs a hunt or anyone that just wants to talk about anything horror related.
Yeah,
We like scary movies, we like haunted houses, we like everything that has to do with Halloween. That is our season. We'll be glad to entertain anything that you possibly could want to talk about.
yeah, just go to our Facebook page. We'll try to get back with you as soon as possible, and just send us a message if you want to be on, or if you just want to chit chat about horror. Again, we're not, you know, trying to be rude if we don't get back to you as soon as possible, but we will get to you. And yeah, I mean, if you like to be a guest, I mean, we'd love to have you on. I don't care if you're just a haunt fan that loves horror movies, haunted houses. It doesn't matter what it is. We want to talk to you. The cool part about all this is about we're giving back, and it's all free of charge. Who in the heck said anything was free these days? Well, guess what? I'm telling you, this is free, and it's free of charge for you. So if you want to be on, it doesn't matter what you are, just send us a message.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll be glad to talk to anyone. Glad to get the word out about your hunt, about your attraction. Uh, Brian and I have over 20, 25 years into this industry. As far as being hunt enthusiast, Brian was an actual hunt actor, hunt owner. We have a lot of insight into this. So anyone that wants to talk for, hey, we'll be glad to chit chat with you about anything and help you any way that we can. And as Brian says, it's really nonprofit. A lot of folks think that things free don't exist these days, but he's right. This is absolutely free to you to come on and talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. Uh, and we'll be glad to get in touch with you. Just send us a message, get in contact with us. We'll be glad to have you on the show. Uh, and I appreciate anyone out there that listens to this and follows this. And I'm sure that Brian's the same way. Uh, but just shout out to us, guys.
Yeah, and keep your eyes peeled, for any updates. We may not be the first to report it. Don't claim to be, the best or anything like that, but we definitely stay on top of information, news out there. We hopefully report the good news to you, but sometimes, you got to take the good with the bad. And um, so, yeah, I mean, just keep your eyes peeled. If you have any questions or anything, you can definitely hit us up. And again, this is a nonprofit deal, and it's all about giving back. Why? Because one, we want for you to grow, and two, because we love this. And if it wasn't for that, hey, we wouldn't be here. So just keep your eyes peeled. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. You never know what you're gonna get. Just like there's a new haunt in Tuscaloosa. Who would have thought? The other day I was sitting around and I was like looking online and I was trying to find all these haunts, James, and all of a sudden your buddy called you and you're like, wait a second, there's a new haunt in Tuscaloosa. We need to
That's
check
right.
these guys out. And who knows, they could be the next guest on the show. So make sure you
That's
tune
right.
in.
And to anyone that doesn't know or doesn't really follow the hunt industry, hunt scene, that's a big deal, guys. I mean, Tuscaloosa hasn't had a hunt in quite a few years. So I got to be honest with you. We're really, really excited about this. I can't be more happier. I hope it's a great hunt, and I hope it has a lot of lineage and sticks with us for a while. Anything we can do to help those guys, we're going to. Like I said, any kind of information you're looking for, Brian's on top of it. He does most of the research for our hunt crew program. So if you need to know anything about any hunt, feel free to reach out. Either Brian or I will get you the information that you need to know, address, ticket prices, anything that follows that. We'll be glad to help you out.
Right. And talk to the guys. When you go to these haunts, talk to these guys and be like, hey, the haunt crew sent you, or even if you don't mention our name, it's okay. Just go and talk to these guys, and you'll even love these haunts even more. You appreciate what they do even more because we're in an industry where it's nothing but giving back to you, and this stuff is not cheap. We're talking about lights, fogs, accessories, anything like that. None of this ain't cheap, but they do it. We do it because we have the love, the passion for it, and they're giving back to you.
That's right. That's absolutely
So
right. We want to see you running out. We want to see you running out, screaming, crying, hollering, because at the end of the night, you know, when you go home and you're like, "Hey, my adrenaline was pumping. It was a great scare. I really enjoyed it." Well, you know what? We've succeeded as the hunt industry, as hunt actors, as hunt enthusiasts. You know, that's what we want. We want to see you scared and having a good time. That's what this industry is all about.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I mean, James, you have any final takes or anything? I don't know how long you want to go or anything like that, but we just wanted to chit chat with you and kind of see what was going on, what's on your mind, and tell these people what would be a really good haunt to go to and whatnot.
Yeah, like I said, no, I really don't have anything, Brian, but I do highly recommend Arch Mortis, Hellbilly Hollow. Uh, they haunted in Tuscaloosa. It's a new one that's coming up. Go out and support your local haunts, guys. And I mean, and even if you have to drive a little bit, Brian and I have driven all over the state of Alabama and plan on doing some out of state travel this year as well. PV Slaughterhouse, I forgot to throw those guys in there. They put on a really, really good show. Uh, but
Absolutely.
just get out and travel, guys. Support your local haunts. Let them know that you love them. Keep them coming back every year.
That's right. All righty, James. Well, we appreciate you being on. I'm glad we got you back, and happy hauntings, man.
All right. You too, Brian. See you, my friend.
All right. Hey, you there?